Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be starting a little bit of Botania. Hopefully you guys are ready. I know I am. And by the way, I wanted to mention real quick, if you guys want to, follow me on Twitch. I stream every now and then. The best way to keep up with that is to click that follow button and hit that notification, so that way you guys can be notified whenever I do go live, because you never know. With my schedule, it's crazy. I could go live at any time. As of right now, I'm playing Subnautica, so it's pretty awesome. And I hope you guys are enjoying that, those who are watching. And anyways, let's get on with the video. I'll see you guys in just a second. And we just click on some grass and hope we get some of the flowers we need. Okay, so I'm gonna start collecting some of them. I do have a pretty empty inventory, but I want to collect as many as I can. Well, I picked up my hopping plant. I don't know if making the bag is something I can do right now or not. Let's see, can we make the flower pouch? I think we can. We can make the flower pouch. That's going to really help us out. Let me kind of put this away for right now until we make that flower pouch. We're going to need some string. And we only need 5 of these. 5 of that, and one petal. Doesn't matter what kind of petal, just a petal. Alright, let's make this real quick, and there we go. Now we can sort our inventory. Anything that is a flower can go in here, and then we can see what we're missing. So we're missing blue, and we're missing the green here. So that's something to use that for whenever you first get started. It makes the things a lot easier. Alright, where did I end up putting that? There it is. We have a few more to get, so let's go ahead and place this down, and hope we at least get the ones we're missing. Looks like we did. And there we go. Alright, so we should have everything here. Yep. We have all the major flowers, especially the white flowers. That's what we're going to need. So let's take a look at our quests. And this is one of them. It's completed, but we have another one. So we need to make sure that one gets in our inventory and that one gets in our inventory. So let's take it out. We need that green and we need that blue. And that completes that quest. So there we go. Perfect. Next is get the Petal Apothecary, which is, you know, we all know that. But if you guys are not familiar with Botania, this is going to be very helpful. And I think it's going to be really helpful for me later on, because some of this later on stuff, which to me it looks like this gets you through most of the basic stuff. But there is some pretty complicated things that you can do with Botania, especially with sparks and stuff like that, that I'm not very familiar with. So, I know the basics. I know how to get this thing mostly automated and set up, but we probably got some learning to do. I definitely have some learning to do. Alright, so Petal Apothecary. So it looks like the textures were actually changed on these things. So it's any kind of cobblestone and the cobblestone slabs. Very simple to make there. There we go. Cobblestone slabs and any flower, it doesn't matter. We're only using 1 petal. And there we go. So we have a Petal Apothecary. We have a water plant, which is the pitcher plant here. And that's going to allow us to make some stuff. So here we go. We put the pitcher plant next to it. And let's see what our chest has in it. Might have something fancy. Nope. Nothing we need. There we go. Oh well. Okay, so some seeds. I want to put a chest next to that thing as well. So what we can do is get some iron and 1 chest worth. I know I have some wood laying around somewhere. Let's get that. And then I'm pretty sure this makes an iron chest. And there we go. Perfect. Ooh, so we got the iron chest section there. Awesome. So now we can throw some of these things in here. The flowers is something that I'm going to put in there. I just use the bag to make sure I have all the flowers from the start. And there we go. Eventually we'll have a drawer system that'll show us all the flowers that we have and all the different petals. Sweet. So there we go. So that's all set up. Now we have all the different types. And they're sorted. Okay. Oh, one more. Almost forgot. I can throw this in here. And we're looking good. We're looking good. We need a bucket. And we also need some seeds. So let's grab one bucket. I'm sure we got a bucket somewhere. This one has some liquid that I don't really need. Did not want to do that. There's no real way to like void these certain fluids other than taking it, placing it, and killing it. That's about it. Now we have a bucket. Perfect. If you notice, we have some electrified sheep over here as well. You shear these, you'll get some electrified wool, and that wool can be used to power certain things. And then if you have certain machines that connect to these, like tunnels from Integrated Dynamics, it actually works with that as well. And you can pull power from them. Pretty interesting. So this guy gives you infinite water, which is amazing. So that means we can start making some stuff. But first of all, we need to have this guy on us, because that's going to be our shears. We're going to have some seeds. Take a look at our quests, and figure out what we need to make. We need to make a pure daisy. Alright, so a pure daisy is a pretty simple thing to kind of get started with. And you know what? A Botania book would be very helpful right now. So let's get our Botania book. So there we go. And we got in our achievement opening the book. Awesome. Alright. So mana manipulation is not what we need. We need... Was it not generating flora? The basics. Pure daisy. You see the recipe. It's showing white shimmering mushrooms, which is also the same as using mystical petals. So just keep that in mind. If you see a recipe that has them, they're or dictionary in there. So we just need some white petals. So we should have that. But like I said, I think I had bone meal and I put it in here. The reason I did that is because we're going to need this bone meal. And I'll show you why. So let's take our white petals. And I'm going to get a bunch of them. There's 6 of them. So let's place them on the ground like so. And then bone mill them. And you get those double tall. And then you can use your comma as shears. And look at that. You get 6. So remember we placed 6 down. And we ended up with 24 petals. Isn't that crazy? It doubles. Or more than doubles. This is quadrupled. Everything. So, yeah, that's really good. That's a good way of doing that. That way you don't run out of petals and you have to worry about them later on. So, let's get our 4 petals here. And we can place them inside this. Actually, I'm going to make 2 of these. So, let's get 8. So, oh, did I place it behind it? I did. So, you drop it into here. So, that's 4. And then we're going to need a seed. And you drop that as well. And bam, you make it. And then you can take your water, fill it back up. And as you can see, it says right-click with an empty hand to put the recipes back in there. And then all you have to do is hit it with a seed again. And bam, you get another one. So you can use that and kind of get into the rhythm. And bam, you will have all of this good stuff. Okay, so I want to place this somewhere away from the edge, which is stone. So I'll put the wood here and the stone here. Perfect. So let's get our materials. I need smooth stone, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to need logs. So I have logs. Way over here, I kind of organized some things, made things look a little bit nicer. Also, I extended some things. I plan on, this roof is open right now, but I plan on putting stuff above it. But that's whenever we get deeper into some automation. So we're going to need to do this. Place some wood and stone around all this. And then we have to wait. So it's good. It takes about a minute or so. I think it's like a minute and 30 seconds or something like that for this to change. And then we will be back. All right, so the stuff has changed. And we should be able to take control of this stuff now. There we go. And use our axe. And there we go. I wanted to pick up the Pure Daisy because for some reason it wasn't automatically collecting a minute ago. But now it did. And there we go. We get another chest. So I can put those back down and not have to worry about them anymore. We do need to continue to keep stuff around them. We don't have access to any placers or anything like that, which would make this a lot easier. But for right now, this is working. Let's see. We get anything cool? Of course not. Yeah, we got more walruses. So yeah, nothing we need really there. But let's take a look at the quest again. And we need to get into some basic mana generation. So these few things are pretty easy to get started with. I'm not going to go in the order it wants me to. It wants me to make these first, then the wand, then the mana spreader, and the mana pool. Kind of want to make the mana pool first. So I need to get a crafting table over here. So there we go. Alright, so let's make our first mana pool. How cool is that? All the recipes should be the same. Like, that's the thing with this pack I really like. All the recipes are the same, as far as I know. I haven't really dove very deep into this, but they seem like they're all the same. Alright, so we have our mana pool, and I think, I mean, I really want this in the middle. This is kind of a bad place for this to be sitting. Where should we put this? I mean, we could put it right here. Let's aim for it right here. So that way, whenever we walk up here, we can be like, oh yeah, I'm going to grab it and drop some stuff in here and be good. And I think that'll work just fine. Okay, so we also need to work on the other thing. So, that done. We need a mana spreader, and we also need a wand of a forest. So let's make the mana spreader. I'm pretty sure the mana spreader... Let's see. It's been a little while. But yeah, it's a petal. There we go. So we can use the white petals, so we have so many of them. And surround it with living wood. And we'll get a mana spreader. Perfect. And I'll place this guy right here for now. Or, you know what? Let's place him even further away. Because like I said, this stuff is not going to stay here. Like, this is the center, and I kind of want it in the center for now. Look at that. It's got like a weird visual glitch going on. Yeah, this is not going to stay this way. Believe me. What do we get? Oh, we got thorn roses. I still don't know what these are for. Still haven't found those out. There's a use for them, but covers? Yeah, I don't know. Just funny things to have, I guess. I'm gonna remove them. Okay. Back to this. Now's when we need to start making some of that generating flora that it was talking about, and we also need to make a wand. So, making a wand of the forest. I usually like to use certain colors, as if any of you guys are familiar with my channel know. So we need 3 living wood twigs for that. And we need 3 petals of different colors. So I'm going to go with my standard blue, light blue, and orange. That's just how I roll. I like my wand to look, and you know, everybody has their own preference. But there we go. Let's make our wand. And look at that beautiful wand. Perfect. So this guy will allow us to, if we set it into bind mode, bind this to this. So it should start facing it once we hold shift and we click on this. Shift and click. Shift click on this block, shift click on this block, it'll link it. Now this is facing that machine, or into that mana pool. And we're good to go. And we got some more bouncy plates. More garbage. Okay. Really, those chests, I might as well just throw them away at this point. I've gotten just about everything in them. Alright, so we need to make some of that generating flora that it was talking about now that we have all of this completed. It's weird, I guess it wants us to make 3 more living wood twigs and have the wand of the forest. I guess. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. Let's go ahead and just do it, just so we can complete that quest. But I have a feeling that that is a bug. And honestly, it may want us to make it out of white. I hope that's not the case. I'll have to auto-complete it if that is the case. But we only need 2 more. And we should have it completed. There we go. That's kind of weird. We'll need the twigs, I think, later on. Not worried about that. And we could always come back and make another one if we need be. Oh, we got another coin. Not much I really want for that. Alright, so now making some Endo Flames. Now this is kind of fun. It's going to be a pretty big process. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clear my inventory and I'm going to come right back. Alright, so now that I've gathered all the stuff for the Endo Flame, I should have everything here. So it's red, 1 gray, 2 brown, and a seed. And then we get an Endo Flame. How cool is that? And then, of course, we fill it back with water. And place it here, empty-hand it. We can do it again. So we can keep doing this. As long as we have water, empty hand, and throw it in there. Kind of get the pattern down. And you could just keep doing it till you get quite a few of them, actually. And I have enough, you know, to make several of them. So I'm going to continue to do that. The more you make, the faster you're going to get some mana generation. But you can also overfill this thing, so keep that in mind as well. I'm going to have kind of a path behind it of Endo Flames. And then I'm actually going to make another mana spreader. We're going to have 2 mana spreaders working in conjunction to try and get this to work. So yeah, if you kind of wait too long, as you can see, it kind of can mess things up. Also, I found this out. I didn't know this. You shift right click on a chest, you can pick it up. And that inventory stays no matter where you put it. I mean, you do walk pretty slow, but that's pretty awesome. That's it also does it to this Petal Apothecary, which I don't think it needs to, but it does, which is kind of a bummer. I was trying to get petals out earlier, and I couldn't. I had to break the block. So that is something. And as you can see, bam. And then we can just get back right to what we were doing. And make a bunch of them. So I'm going to make a few of them. I'll be right back. Alright, so now I have these mana spreaders here, and I have a bunch of Endo Flames. So I'm going to place the Endo Flames behind it in a pattern like this. I can also set them to these sides as well. And I'll kind of fill this side as well. As much as I can. Now, not all of these are going to work for this, so I'm going to split up this section and set them to here. Because right now I think they're all connected to a certain block. I don't know which is which, but I'm sure they are all connected to the bottom one. And there we go. That seems like a pretty even distribution, which is fine with me. And now, for the final thing, we need to gather a bunch of charcoal. Now, we can use charcoal. You don't have to use charcoal, but I'm going to be using charcoal for right now. And we can throw this all down here for them. After we disable this guy. So I'll throw this all, let this consume it. And then I'm going to pick it up, since it already consumed all of it. And looky there. We are already generating some significant mana. These guys are completely maxed out. I can actually make another mana spreader. I think that would be even better. I think I have enough wood, right? Almost. And I think, yeah, another mana spreader would definitely help out in this situation. So, I'm going to do that. We're going to place that on top of this one. And there we go. All going into this one mana pool. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to separate this even more. So not so many of these are going to each one. As you can see. There we go. So let's fuel it back up again. Oh boy, after a massive lag spike. There we go. So it fueled them all up. This one's doing better. Now this one's maxed out. There we go. That's still not helping. It's helping a little bit. Alright, so now they're all maxing out. That's fine. So yeah, we're just letting this roll. Look at that. We've already got quite a significant amount of mana. So let's take a look here. We can complete that quest. That leads us into all of these mana items. Awesome. Mana glass. That actually looks kind of cool. So mana steel ingots, we've already got those. Mana pearls, diamonds. I think we can get just about every single one of these. So I know we're going to need string. 1 piece of string. 1 piece of redstone. A diamond. Do I not have a diamond on me? Yeah, I do. Right there. A ender pearl. All of those things can be done in here. And as you can see, we're still generating a bunch of this stuff. I'm going to throw this back down here so we can get some more. Getting a dropper would be the best thing for this. So I think I'm going to do that. Let's get a dropper set up. And we can get that set on some sort of timer. I think that'd be a good thing to do. Might as well get this thing automated as best we can. I did see system collapse using bonsai plants. Now, I thought that was a pretty good idea. But I would say having bonsais turn themselves into charcoal, I don't know. I don't know what would be better. I mean, this still does quite a good job, and I can get tons of charcoal. I'm not worried about charcoal. So, it doesn't seem like it's consuming that much charcoal either. I don't know what the timer is. I might want to look that up so I can find out what the setup is. Alright, so let's go ahead and make a dropper. I think the dropper uses planks. Is it called a dropper? Maybe we don't have access to it? Can we see what the uses are for this? Open crate, that's what I'm looking for. Open crate. Okay, so we have an open crate. And the way to do this is to actually have a timer such as this one. So I'm going to take this one for now, even though that's very... Not going to take that one. That one is now gone. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a couple timers. I'll be right back. Alright, so I sort of have this set up here, right above it, and I have the hopper going on top of the open crate. I need to invert the signal that we're about to give it, and then I can set my timer here, and this timer should pulse into the block. Maybe I need to have it back one more. I didn't know. Let's put it back one more, and then we might have to tie a piece of redstone to it just to get it to work. Sometimes these are kind of weird like that and require physical redstone. I don't know why. Because it should be able to send a signal through that block, but for some reason it doesn't do that. Okay, let's do this. Will it work? There it goes. So every time it pulses, it should send charcoal out. Right? That's how it should work. Yes, it is doing it already. The question I have, is it too fast? So we're going to find out. Once this starts going and doing its thing, we need to figure out how to prevent this. Also, I want to place over here that my magnet doesn't work anymore. So there was something through Reliquary that was supposed to prevent my magnet prevent this coin of fortune from working. I don't remember which thing it is, though. I'll have to take a look at it later on. It's like an altar or something like that, somebody said. What are these things? No, that's a pedestal. So yeah, there's something that I definitely will need for that. That way I don't pick up all the charcoal. And then the other thing is it going to reach these blocks? If not, I will extend hoppers. I'll extend something else to go this way and actually work on them as well. Yeah, because I definitely want them to reach this. I think it was reaching everything. I think it needs to be faster. That's probably what's wrong. So right now it's a tick delay of 100. Let's try twice that speed. See if everything else picks it up. So those are starting to catch. There it goes. It looks like it's consuming it as fast as it's being dropped. Which is exactly what I want. Awesome. So we are getting some of this automated. If it starts to build up, I'll back it off just a little bit, but I don't see it building up yet. And it still may not be fast enough. If these back ones don't light up here in a second, I'm going to drop it down to 45. Still just barely not. It's just not fast enough, just barely. Maybe I get 45. If not, it'd be 40. I bet it is 40. That or those back blocks just aren't being reached. That could be... Let's do this, back up to 50. Let's just move these. How about that? Will that work now? All of these are full. Pumping that mana into this thing. Boy, we have a lot of mana now. Okay, so back into the quests. So there's a few things that we still need to complete. What is this? There's only one. I have a mana pearl on me. I need quartz and a piece of glass. So, a piece of glass. I need quartz. Might actually have some quartz in here. There we go, and one piece of iron just to complete everything. There we go. That quest is now completed. And what does that open up? That opens up some rings. Ooh, the Band of Mana and a mana tablet. Those are definitely some things that we want to get, and the Runic Altar get set up soon. Horns. That's something else that I might want. This little guy holds wands for you and completes those tasks. Some pretty interesting stuff. So yeah, we just kind of barely touched on Botania and kind of set this guy up to automate. It looks like it is doing its job. This one's not firing. It should, if it was able to be reached by that. These are still just not being touched. I may have too many, and there's just not even needed. That should pick up. It doesn't look like it is, though. So yeah, these are like some extra ones that we have. There it goes. It got picked up. Alright, so they're just random, I guess. It'll work with whatever. But yeah, we got some of that set up. So let's move on to some more Botania stuff. Alright, so I know I need some more charcoal because just the time I was waiting, this completely is almost a half mana pool. But we need more charcoal, and I could just break and use wood, but I can actually get more if I use this method. So I'll kind of show you here what I'm talking about. So all I got to do is kind of do this and convert this over to clay. And we can use our little water gun, I guess I could call it, and convert this all to clay. And I think it holds 20 buckets, but each process does not actually use that much. So there we go. I'm pretty sure clay works. So if we take a look at charcoal, we have this method right here with the charcoal piles, and clay, which this right here represents the box that you put it in, and then the wood piles gives you 12 wood, which is actually pretty good. It's better than your dirt, which is 11, better than gravel, better than some of the other things. Once we get some ash, we can do this, and we get 14 out of it, and then use this clay that we have right here, which would work just fine. So what we can do, surround this. I think, actually, how do we get the log piles? Can we even make them? Right here. So this is a recipe conflict, I think. Looks like it is a recipe conflict. That should be making wood piles, but it's not. There it goes. So, there we go. That's kind of weird. So we can make wood piles this way, just by rotating it, I guess. Very strange. Okay, so you place the wood piles in here, and each one of these are going to inevitably turn to ash. I need another one. And each one of those logs should, where normally it would only get us one charcoal, will get us multiple charcoal. So it'll get us, what is it? What did I say? 12 apiece? Just have to remember that recipe. So there we go. We have that. Now we just need to top it off and turn that into clay. Pretty awesome. And we can use this till we have enough ash to be able to produce more. But for right now, this is working out just fine. Okay. So just like that. And then we need to cover the top with dirt, which we will convert into clay. I'm actually going to use this block. Doesn't matter which one. I'm going to use this corner block, though. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. So convert all of this. Alright, so ignite it. Cover it up. This one is burning. Eventually this whole thing should start smoldering. Should, anyways. So there it goes, it's spreading. Okay, so yeah, it is working. And then that will all turn to ash, and we'll be able to gather the ash, and it will give us charcoal. So yeah, a pretty neat mechanic there. And that's just going to allow us to get more mana. While we're waiting for that to do that, though, we do have enough mana to get some rings and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get 4 of those. We're going to make 4 mana steel ingots to complete this quest here. Right here. The personal mana storage. We're going to grab our mana pearl. And we take our mana pearl. And we're going to make a mana tablet. Just like that. And then the mana tablet can be turned into a mana ring, which will fit in our bauble slot. Perfect. And we can actually set that to move to it. As you can see, you can hear all of that going on. That means it's working. When you hear that, it's doing its job. It's doing what it's supposed to do. So right now, I don't really have anywhere to put... I mean, I can put that in there. As you can see. It didn't complete because I don't have both of them. I also need a mana tablet, I guess. So let me get another ender pearl. And I'm going to have to make another, like a regular mana tablet. It's the only thing with these quests, sometimes they're kind of wonky. And they want you to have both. So there we go. And now we have a mana tablet as well. Will you complete? Yes, he did. Perfect. Just didn't hear it. So, what does that unlock? Nothing. We have the Alchemy Catalyst, Horns, getting into a few things. We're going to need a Runic Altar. Let's see. Oh, now it decides to complete. The Runic Altar is also, we can use the diamond. And do we have enough? Yes, we do. So let's go ahead and make the Runic Altar. Just like that. And with this Runic Altar, we're also going to need another mana spreader. There we go. So we can put the mana spreader right here. I'm going to put the Runic Altar just here for right now. And this is... oh no, we want to actually move this. We don't want that in front of everything. We want that to the side. Let's just put it on... let's put it right here. And link that. So now that's connected to the mana pool, and we can make runes, which is pretty awesome. We can claim that, and that moves us and opens the elemental runes, which we have a lot of work ahead of us for these. Each one of these are pretty intensive, and I will not be doing them probably on camera, but they are your standard recipes, and they work as such. So I know we need, I think, runes for passive mana generation, which opened up now, and that's something that I actually really want. So what is it called? Not Ring of Mana. This guy right here. So we need a Ring of Mana, which we can easily make this rune. So let's go ahead and do that. I think, what was it, 6? What was that recipe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 iron and 1 ender pearl. And we are going to need the stone. That's about it. That's actually a pretty easy recipe. Go ahead and drop this. Drop all 5 of those. And what we can do is we can click those into this recipe. Just like that. It's going to start as soon as we did that. We need 1 piece of living rock to complete it. And I think we get 2 of these. Equal that. And that's exactly, I mean, we really need this right off the bat. So as we're walking around, we are gaining mana. We can put it in our pool if we ever need that. So there we go. And we just hit it with our wand. Once we put the living rock on it. And there we go. We got this right here. Drop pop candy. What a cool little thing there. Alright, and we need 5 more. And I need to eat. Boy, do I need to eat. Can't even run. Getting some speed on us would also be nice. And there we go. We're fixing to have this ring. Awesome. So, this band of aura should passively generate mana for us. And it should tell us right here, this ring of aura passively generates mana when worn. So pretty nice. So yeah, we kind of dove into some mana, or dove into some of this. I'm going to let this finish up, and then I'll show you what it does, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I think this is done for the most part. It's not smoking anymore. So I assume that it is ready to go, and what I can do is just break this one side, and you can see there's ash block underneath. So I should be able to just... I guess I'll have to clear out most of this. Okay, so it looks like some of it didn't turn like it's supposed to. Maybe it just burned instead. Kind of not what it's supposed to do. It's not supposed to do that. Well, oh well. But we didn't get very much ash block, it doesn't look like. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. But, yeah, as you can see, we get a lot of charcoal from it. It's just that it didn't work properly. And that could have a lot to do with whenever we first tried it and we set the block on fire. I would say that was probably it. Yeah, we can always come back and reset this thing. So yeah, I'm going to keep doing that. I almost forgot, by the way, we need to make sugarcane. There is an easy way to do that. We can just take some wheat and bale it up. And we take that bale and drop it in here, and we'll get a piece of sugarcane, which we can then use to plant on some snad. Right here, some snad, so sugarcane and 4 sugar. Or, not sugarcane, bone meal. just like this. That'll give us a piece of snad. And this stuff will grow pretty fast. I think I want to put it upstairs with all of our other plants and materials. You can go there. And there you go. We have some sugarcane. Perfect. Awesome. So we have to actually gather a bunch of that sugarcane, so I'll be monitoring that real soon. And, yeah, we have to get like 32 of them, I think. But I think today's been a pretty productive episode. I did put a hopper on top of there, dropping some wood and stuff every now and then. But the main focus for that I want dropping is, of course, the coal. So I gotta come up here, drop my charcoal in, and then it gets everything rocking and rolling. And this guy will, of course, fill up. We'll have a lot. And not only that, we're generating a little bit of mana here. As you can see, this band is generating a little bit of mana. I don't know if that stuff has to be in my inventory for it to generate it. It's generating really slow. It was generating more while it's in my inventory, so I'm going to keep it in my inventory. Maybe that's how it works, but yeah, well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please remember to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and as always, thanks for watching.